The 2023 Grid League featured event took place on Saturday with all 8 teams competing and a playoff picture in the Southern Conference on the line. Coming into the day, the Lions were atop the conference holding a comfortable but unsolidified position in the playoff picture. The Breakers and the Palms were vying for a playoff spot with both easily in striking distance and the Venom having a slim chance of pulling out a miracle but looking to end the year strong regardless. The morning match featured the Palm Beach Breakers battling the Fort Lauderdale Lions without head coach Jamie Gold in attendance due to an unexpected service she had to attend. It didn't seem to slow them down early as they quickly took the partner forward and mirror to get off to a solid start. The Breakers struck back with a blazing ringer point performance by Vita Venerkand in the 5 clusters at 135 pounds race. Coming off that race, the Breakers threw their bonus flag on the ladder, which seemed to make sense given they had just put up a leading ladder score in Week 2 in the Snatch Plus Hang Snatch Complex ladder. The clean ladder proved to be a very different story, and the Lions ended up winning it handily by 9 and stealing the extra match point. On the backs of Emiliana Guerra, Eric Cardona, and Mario Santella, the Lions held the lead through the end of the match, solidifying their #1 status in the South and putting the Breakers in a spot where they had to hope the Palms would lose big to still make a playoff spot. The final regular season Southern Conference match of 2023 was initially a back-and-forth battle between the South Beach Palms and the Daytona Venom. The match was tied after 7 races, with the Palms winning their historically favorite races in partner forward and the ladder, and the Venom stealing both echoes on the back of some speedy butterfly muscle-ups by Andres Montenegro. Rookie star Angelina Minus showed up big with a dominating performance in the men ball handstand walk ringer point. From there, the Palms rattled off 3 race wins in a row and combined with a Venom DNF in the Jack and Jill would put the match out of reach, provided the Palms could just finish the sprint relay under the cap. While the final race was dominated by the Venom and the Palms did come within 20 seconds of blowing the cap. Marcus Washington came up big with 3 solid clusters at 250 pounds to seal the W and solidify a playoff berth against the Lions on November 3rd at the Mr. Olympia Expo in Orlando. In the second half of the action, 2 highly anticipated matchups in the North were featured, starting with the 2 teams with the most history coming out of the offseason. 4 of the best Gainesville Wild players left the Wild to join the Southwest Florida Sharks and would now face their former team for the first time. The score started tight after 3 races heading into the Echoes, where the Sharks put up a big victory in the first one on the backs of bodyweight superstar Quentin Ambrosio and rookie Chelsea Ranier's butterfly muscle-ups. Based on that, they threw the bonus flag in the second Echo, and with an equally dominant performance and put up a big lead in the match that went uncontested until Amanda Fisher stepped to the start line during a ringer point race featuring 5 clusters at 135 pounds versus veteran Shark Francisco Gomez with 205 pounds on the bar. She pulled out a tight race, securing a bonus flag point for the Wild and pulling them within 3 points. In the end, the Sharks proved too strong and pulled out a match win despite losing the sprint relay and pulling their record to be undefeated on the year at 2-0. The day finished up with an incredible matchup between 2 teams with roots in Tampa and featuring 2 opposing team leaders that are also business partners and great friends in Jess Kresman of the Tampa Bay Brigade and Taylor Stallings of the Orlando Aces. The Brigade came out hot and took advantage of some early Aces mistakes to establish a 2-point lead heading into the Echoes. The Aces snagged the first Echo handily, but the Brigade fought back and won the second. That said, caught up in the excitement of the race, head coach Chris Garand inadvertently touched a player beyond the hash marks, which is in violation of a newly established rule about coach-to-player contact on the heels of a controversial event in a recent match. This would cost them the race win and a 2-point swing, after a big loss in the ladder resulting in a 0 and an unfortunate ankle injury to star utility player Courtney Moss. The Brigade showed heart, squeaking out a bonus flag victory in the Jack and Jill race in thrilling fashion, with the speedy L-sit rope climb contributions of Chris Giaffi and Marissa Oxenford, and pulling them within 2 points. The Aces ended up too strong in the end, including a dominating sprint relay win capped with what appeared to be an easy set of 3 250-pound clusters by impressive strength specialist Alex Hollings. There is still plenty of action left in the 2023 season, with the Northern Conference playoff picture to be established in a wide-open conference at the next match event on September 16th at the Sherwood Classic Expo at the Orange County Convention Center. Get your tickets now at thefgl.com/tickets.